Hello and welcome to Orchids 365. My name is Roxy and thank you for joining me. I really want to show you what I got at Tamiami, and I also have yet to show you what I brought home for Fort Lauderdale because it's been such a crazy 2 weekends non-stop. But Tamiami was amazing. I really want to thank you guys for your support, and I don't know, for just helping me have an amazing work weekend, because your energy and your love and your support means the world to me, and a lot of us have become friends and we have become orchid family, and I love that. And thank you again. It was a success and it was thanks to you. First up, the booth across from me, Dave from Waldorf, he had these beautiful Laelias that I have been eyeing. And on Sunday, I went over there and I noticed they were half off. And I was like, you know what? It's now or never, my beautiful anceps. Let me see, this thing is so blurry there. I think that's the best I can do for you. And then from Waldorf, let me see. There. So you can see the idea. I've always loved Laelias. I have quite a few in my collection, and I'll be showing them as they start to blooming, but I don't have, and this had I'm sorry, I'm thinking too many things at the same time, but I don't have something this color, and I don't know if the video is doing it any justice, but it's like a beautiful elegant white, but then it has like a blush to it, kind of, even when the light hits it right, it's cerulean, even though it's not, because one parent is white and the other one is pink, so it adds that extra sparkle. And I really wanted to show it to you before the flowers wither, because then it wouldn't do it any justice. And it's a very big plant. This one was selling originally for $60, and I had been eyeing her and thinking about it and trying to behave, and I got her for $30, and I think she's gonna make a wonderful addition to my garden. So that's the first one. Pardon the mess because I can't do repotting with this horrible weather. This is a very lovely Dendrobium Sunny Vista by Duno Kayla. Okay, and I got this because, again, the shape of this flower, I am obsessed with dendrobiums. Look at the health of this plant. Look at this. And I don't have anything like this in my collection. It reminds me of the Australian dendrobiums, and I love it. And this is blooming size. A lot of them were in bud, but I always go for the bigger, healthier plant. Not that they weren't healthy, sorry, I worded that wrong. All of his plants were healthy. However, I wanted more plants. Like, I could have got a blooming one, but a smaller plant, but he helped me find the largest plant, because I know it's going to be the most rewarding and have more blooms, and I can always wait. There's always something blooming. So that's number 2, but who's counting? Are you counting? Okay, keep track, because I'm not. So one of the first ones you probably saw me get from my live, and she's already on her way out, this beautiful one from Camila, and I had it in display and a lot of you saw it. I'm gonna put a picture there so you can see it. The size of this plant and the size of this flower, I mean, look at this. I'm gonna put the ID. She sent me the ID, so I'm gonna make her one, and you're gonna see how gorgeous. So number 3, because I'm doing purchases first, okay? You also may have seen me get, let me see, well, this one was from the live, and I found at Plantio. I have her there Beirut, because I'm getting her ready to be mounted on one of my because it wasn't really a rooted, seems like it was a cutting of this plant that I have been looking for, so it needs a lot of TLC. It wasn't a rooted plant like I thought it was when I brought it out. So she's there, and I plan on doing a video showing you how I'm gonna establish her. Okay, so Jim had a cross from Suncoast. And look at the picture. This is blooming size, by the way. I know it looks tiny, but it's blooming size, but only his sample was blooming. This is also going to be mounted, and look at that flower. I'm going to go ahead and put a picture of the blooming sample that he had on his table. It is absolutely gorgeous. I don't have an encyclia that has that shape or that fragrance. It's super sweet, and the ID is super fun. You have to say it really fast, you guys. Okay? So, see the bee? The bee's a busy bee. Did you understand that? See the bee? The bee's a busy bee. So guess where it's going? on my honeycomb mount because it's got bees in the ID and it's a fun one. I thought it was so funny, so amazing. So it'll be fragrant, and the contrast of the flower with my golden honeycomb, or sorry, not the honeycomb, the beehive panel, which is the biggest one, because this one's gonna get big, and I'm probably gonna put some moss. I can probably do a video mounting both of these since they're both going on mounts. If you'd like, please let me know in the comments, guys. And then, okay, so we're like, see, I already lost count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So far it's 5, guys. Remember, I was there for 3 days. I behaved, I promise. This is a beautiful gift from a subscriber turned friend. She showed up with a division of her Mai Kai Louise, and I don't know, I thought I was gonna cry. It was the sweetest thing ever. Saturday was an insane day. She drove all the way from Apopka with this division for me, and when I tell you she made my day, I kid you not. And this is a really big division, and you guys are gonna help me pick a pot later in the other videos. But gosh, that Mai Kai Louise, the freckles are out of control. Thank you, Luba, so much. This means a lot to me, and it's gonna be a very special orchid in my garden, because whenever it comes from a friend or whenever it's a division, it just means so much more when it blooms to the heart. I don't know if you guys, if I'm explaining myself, but I think you may understand, right? Oh, wait a minute, I didn't see that one. I was at 5, right? So this is 6. This was from Tangerine. This is the Neo Hammer number 4. These vary slightly. It wasn't bud, but of course it blasted, so it's okay. Blooming size, and I'm also prepping it for potting because it was bare root. And oh my goodness, this another one that means so much. Look at the pigmentation on this thing. Another one that means so much. This is a red one, and look at the leaves. Nothing's wrong with it. It's because look at the sheath. The flower is such a deep, beautiful red color. And this was a surprise from Odalis. If you're watching this, Odalis, you are too sweet. Made my day on Sunday when there was nothing left of me and I was exhausted. RLC John Cameron Oberlin. Sorry, I went Spanish. I like reading in English and then I ended up reading in Spanish. So John Cameron Oberlin. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Anyway, this one was from Kroll, she told me. But I saw the flower. I don't know if I took a picture of it, but I can probably search. If I do find what it looks like, I'll share it with you. It's gorgeous. Thank you, Odalis, again. It means a lot. I think that I got everything, but I do have some bare root inside the house. But first, I want to show you my Fort Lauderdale. One purchase from Fort Lauderdale. One. And it was the Mishima Elf Blue. It ate the ID. And I bought her in bud, and it opened the weekend of Tamiami. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Drum roll, drum roll. Hold your breath. I can't even deal with the size and the perfection of these flowers. And I saw a few, but I was so busy working and I wasn't able to get them from Orchids in Bloom. By the time I got to her booth again, they were all gone. And I was sad, and I was talking to my friends from Plant Madness, and I was like, oh my goodness, you guys, I saw the Blue Elf, and I see you guys have a tray. They weren't blooming, but I didn't care. After I saw the flowers, I was like, I want it. And then they were so sweet that they said, okay, we're gonna bring you one from the greenhouse. And to my surprise, they brought me one in bud, and it had 3 buds, and I kept it inside because we had temperatures going up and down, and they were very inconsistent, and I wanted to save the buds, so I put her with my aroids. I'm gonna put her back in because I want to enjoy these flowers longer. And look at this. And then she's in her pot. I didn't touch her, I didn't repot her, but she fit perfectly in this pot that I make. And I feel like the blues and the purples and just the contrast of the other colors complemented so well. What do you think if I let her live in there, huh, you guys? I think that's her perfect pot, or at least there until I have to pot her up in the future. But she is rather big and crawling out of her pot, so I can either pot her up in there, go another size up. I can't deal with this. It's perfection. Okay. let's carry on. So here's Julio. He loves these kind of toys. Oh, and I got him this for Valentine's Day. I always buy him holiday toys. And if it's not on a stick, he really doesn't pay attention to it because he's a very active kitty. So it has to be something that can always move. It's quite difficult to find toys for cats because everywhere you go, there's so many toys for dogs. A lot of the toys they sell for cats really don't interest him. He did love the little one when he was a kitten that the balls go in a maze in circles. But these are his favorite. So every holiday he gets one. And I think I found this one for like maybe $6 and it has another toy. So when he gets bored of this one, I can attach the other toy. So there's Julio. Hi Julio, say hi. Say hi, Juli. You like your new toy? Now he got all camera shy. No, mom. I'm not talking to the camera, okay? I'm playing with my new toy. Oh, crazy Julio. Julio's getting big. Uh-oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay, on to the orchids. Over on this side, across from what I bought, this one that was blooming bloomed again. And I really, really love how fiery and beautiful she is. The sun stress on these Hoyas complements the orchid flower. And this beautiful Laelia that looks painted is probably on her way out, but let's admire her one more time, right? I just can't. Now, I'm super excited about this one, you guys. And this is when I first started my business. Look how much material. I used to 3D print 3 whole pieces when I came up with the forever basket concept, because you know how I name all of my pots, and this concept I came up with like 4 years ago. And I used to glue it, and then I used to run, so much work. And then I figured out as I changed the model how to like make it easier in one print. This is Annabelle. I don't even think they have this one right now for sale and over, but look at the size of this button. That's one flower. What is it, Julio? That's one flower. What is it? Why are you on the water barrel? Where are you going? What is it? Oh, he hears something. Julio is on the hunt. What is it, baby? Okay, guys, sorry. So that's one flower, right? Sorry about Julio, guys. I don't think he likes that I'm not paying attention to him. And then this one's gonna be 2. So this is when they start forming. And this Cattleya is absolutely gorgeous. Wait until you see those flowers. And oh my goodness, I knew I came here for a reason. Julio, you're gonna fall. Okay, so this wonderful friend vendor, Life is a Coconut, they do these. They reuse the coconuts like this, and they cradle the Phalaenopsis orchids in the middle, and they do this little basket and this little copper hanger, and it's so pretty. And he gave me this as we were leaving and closing up the show on Sunday. A beautiful, beautiful accent to my pergola. And I wanted to show you that. And this one was like, I just couldn't resist. The lighting doesn't do it justice, and I know I have one that kind of looks like this, but you guys, this one has freckles. I just had to have her. The light doesn't do her justice. I don't think it does, but anywho's. It's the Blue Danube. Vanda Blue Danube. And it's fragrant too. Oh my goodness. Where did Julio go? What is he even? He's off on an adventure, climbing the roof, all over the place. I've been away from my garden for 2 weeks, and I come back to chocolate. Cherry baby, Maria, if you're watching, the gift that keeps on giving, and she's gotten big. Are you proud of me for keeping the Oncidium alive? We have this beautiful hot kiss fowl. Funny, it's gonna bloom right in time for the Boca show, which is where my beautiful friend Anna gave it to me as a gift. I have another one, another no ID fowl blooming there, another one blooming there. Oh, this guy's starting to spike up. Oh, this one made quite a show, and I entered it for judging at the Flamingo Gardens last year. I don't know if you guys remember. And I got a ribbon for it, like a kind of like a mention, like a nomination. That's what it's called. So it's, look at that. I don't know. Oh, sorry. Got a little. So they said that it needed to be more mature to try again next year. So it's grown a lot. So I don't. You guys, my little honeybee is blooming. How cute. And usually her blooms don't last too long. Very delicate. And it smells like honey. And she's adorable. Bangkok Sunset Honeybee from RF. And I have to put her in one, in like a pink pot, I think. Like a little pink basket, and get her out of that ugly basket, guys. Oh, my little honeybee. She's so cute. Yeah, she likes it there. Guys, if these vandas make it to be adults, they will survive extreme conditions. They're all alive and they're all thriving, believe it or not. The dendrobiums got finicky on me, remember, a few months ago, but after the repot, they're all thriving as well. All these seedlings that will be sold in my pots are going to be really accustomed to the insane weather changes here in Florida. Growing outdoors. My little twinkles. Pink profusion. I grew this one from seedling, guys. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 spikes, and then one that wasn't making it that I mounted already has a spike, so she's getting bigger. So I'm doing a really good job, but I'm never gonna do this again, I promise. And if I do, please remind me that I said this. And everything's looking good here. Just a little bit messy from the mango leaves. Still waiting on that dendrobium with 2 spikes. I cannot wait to see it. I could never go that high, but this is the beautiful Rankle stylist that I have that's deep plum, and she's gorgeous. And I've had her for a very long time. She probably has like no media in the basket because she's way up high. She's really happy. I got 3 whole spikes. Don't know if the light is doing it any justice. The other one I had her tucked in there because of the sun, and she hasn't finished blooming, which is my cartoon one. So I have to take her out of there and show you. This Gulf green hair pig I've had probably over a decade. This is an emergency. I have to probably break this apart. She needs a repot like 2 springs ago, but it still has some dry sheaves, and they usually get a flower from her in February, and I don't want to touch her till after then. But I have these beautiful new growths here. It's just crawling out of the pot. Emergency, big time emergency. And then my beautiful one up here on the mount has a whole new growth with 2 little buds plumping up. So soon I will accomplish my goal of having it wrap up. See, it already did the whole front of the hive panel, so now it's gonna do the other side. So some of the new ones that I bought are gonna go. I have 1, 2 empty spaces, and maybe you guys can help me pick the color. For the red one that Odalis gave me, I was thinking something a little more neutral, so it doesn't take away, like a darker color, so it doesn't take away from the beautiful red flower. And then I have 2 bare roots inside the house. Let me see if I can bring them out and show them to you. I see that? My very first star fruit, and it's big, and I cannot wait. Does anybody know if I can just pick them and just wait till they ripen? Because I don't want to miss the opportunity to try my very first star fruit, and a raccoon or a possum gets to eat it before I do. So I was thinking of just grabbing it, and if it falls off, I don't know. I'm excited. I have so much work to do back here, so much trimming, but I do it for the bees. This is my bee garden, you guys. I love my bees, and they love this flower. Isn't she cute? Busy bee. I really wish I could have the bees making honey here. I could beekeep, but sorry, I was trying to follow her and it got all blurry. Busy bee. Oh, she's such a cutie. Hey. She is. I even have a setup here so that they can drink water, because often they drown trying to look for water, so it's not deep enough, so it's rusting up. But I have to find something that I can put to help them drink water, because often they die and in pools or in bird feeders because they really need water. So I have to find something cute. Let me know if you know of anything. So I brought the bare root that I had inside that's in flower because I wanted to share it with you. I already have the brown splash, but I want to make her a more prolific plant. And when I got her, she was common, and then all of a sudden they disappeared and they were very pricey. However, the vendor in front of me, which I think is Frau, she had a lot of beautiful things, and she had these, and the minute I grabbed one, everybody got one from the box, and they literally didn't even make it to like when they opened on Friday morning. So we all grabbed one of these. I wanted to show it to you in flower because I'm going to cut the spike off in an effort to help the plant grow roots, you know, and establish itself. Right now it's just sitting in water with a little bit of seaweed in a candle jar until I can get to the potting up because the weather has been insane and I needed to rest. So maybe expect some mounting and potting up videos coming up. So yeah, brown splash is this one, and then there's another one inside, but I'm not gonna take it out, but there's 3 of them. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a stock picture here. Boop. And that's another dendrobium that caught my eye, and they were so small that I bought 3 little pieces because they were $10 each. So I expect to put them all together in one of my pots, and some dendrobium mix that I bought at Ophi's. But yeah, this was a very, very, very good find for $35 because you don't see this. So this was probably the most surprising find of the weekend because I'm very, very happy. And whenever I have bought things from her, species or bare roots, they've always thrived. So that's the last one. And yes, I did lose count. Is anybody counting all the things that I bought? Remember, the gifts don't count. Okay, guys. I think I did pretty good. What do you think? Well, this concludes my Tamiami haul video, and I gave you a few sneak peeks of what's in bloom and what's in bud. And we will be at the Boca Orchid Society sale happening the second weekend of February, which I believe is the 8th and the 9th, but I'm gonna pop that information in there for you. It's the weekend right before Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day is all about love. But it's not just love, being in love, but it's love about friendship and kindness. And if the world needs anything, it's a little more compassion and kindness. We can't judge others. We haven't walked in anybody's shoes. And it's so easy to be kind, and it just passes on. Just pass it on. Pass on the kindness. Thank you again from the bottom of our hearts for a very successful weekend at Tamiami. We look forward to seeing some of you again in Boca, like you said. And always remember to please be kind. Catch you next time. Bye.